everybody, welcome to my channel English Ambition. This is a channel where we not only thoroughly do the chapters of class 11th and 12th English, but we also try to develop love for literature and definitely an appreciation for language. And last but not the least, definitely we make a promise to score full marks in our English examinations. Okay, now let's begin. Today we are doing the last poem of the book Flamingo, that is Aunt Jennifer's Tigers by Adrienne Rich. So let's begin. Adrienne Rich was a poet who always fought for the cause of women. Most of her poems and writings depict the suffering of women in the male-dominated society, and this poem is not an exception. Okay, now what is the theme of the poem? First of all, the theme of the poem is male chauvinism. Male chauvinism, this can be a new word for many of you. किसी किसी ने सुना भी होगा, किसी किसी ने नहीं भी सुना होगा, तो बट ये वर्ड हमको याद रखना है for this poem. And what is the meaning of the word male chauvinism? It means, the feeling in men that they are superior than women. Okay, so this is the first theme. They are all related. The second thing that we can say is the male-dominated society. The third thing is the suffering of women in a male-dominated society. As we can understand, they are very, very linked to each other. Okay. Now, एक और चीज मैं यहाँ पे बताना चाहूँगी. Like this is applicable for all the chapters, children. Every chapter will have some key words. सब चैप्टर में 5, 6, 7 ऐसे वर्ड्स होंगे जो मैं बार बार यूज करूंगी, और वो वर्ड्स अगर आप अपने एग्जाम में यूज करेंगे, आंसर्स में लिखेंगे, then your answers will be very good and you will score good marks. So यहाँ पे भी इस पोएम में भी मैं ऐसे कुछ वर्ड्स बार बार यूज करूंगी, जिसका लिस्ट मैं बाद में आपको दे भी दूंगी. वो वर्ड्स आपको याद रखना है, वही वर्ड्स आपको भी यूज करना पड़ेगा एग्जाम में, पेपर में, आंसर्स में, ताकि आपको फुल मार्क्स मिले. Because मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ कि I have been an examiner for several years, board examiner. I'm talking about class 12 CBSE board examiner. So I know what we want from the examination sheets, what we want the students to write, how we want them to present. So जब भी मैं आपको पढ़ाऊंगी, साथ साथ मैं आपको यही सब tips देती रहूंगी so that you people get full marks in your papers. Okay, so we were talking about the theme of the poem, which we have already told you. Now let's begin the poem. The poem is about a lady called Aunt Jennifer. Okay, who is she? She is an old woman, and she is basically the representative of all those women of this world who have suffered in this patriarchal society. ये एक word मैं use कर रही हूँ, patriarchal society. Patriarchal society means again male-dominated society. So she has suffered in this patriarchal society. She is a victim of patriarchal society, and she is a victim of an unhappy marriage. Okay, so that marriage has made her life miserable. She has lost her freedom. She has lost her confidence. She has lost her courage. And she, is emotionally completely shattered. This is a poem of Aunt Jennifer. Okay, who is a representative of all those women who have suffered like this in the male-dominated society. ठीक है? Now let's look at the book. I will again request you, whenever you are watching my video, please keep your books in front of you. It will be very, very helpful, believe me. So now if we look at the first stanza of the poem, we get to see that Aunt Jennifer used to stitch, embroider. ओके, सिलाई करती थी और क्या डिजाइन बनाती थी, टाइगर्स के डिजाइन बनाती थी. Okay, she would make lovely tigers. How? She would embroider, stitch beautiful tigers on a screen, on a piece of cloth. Okay, now the question arises, why would she stitch tigers on a piece of cloth? Because a tiger has all those qualities that Aunt Jennifer always wanted to possess. A tiger is elegant, a tiger is courageous, a tiger is free, a tiger is brave, a tiger is confident. And if we understand, Aunt Jennifer lacked all these qualities, but she wanted to possess. Man ke andar, in the core of her heart, she wanted to be like a tiger. She wanted to possess all the qualities of a tiger. But वो नहीं कर सकती थी, क्योंकि ना तो उनके पास ताकत था, ना करेज था, ना फ्रीडम था. सो वो नहीं कर सकती थी, बट वो चाहती थी वैसा बनना. ठीक है, इसलिए she would stitch the designs of tiger on a piece of cloth. If you see the first stanza, we see some beautiful words the poet has used to depict a tiger. Aunt Jennifer's tigers are bold. They are, beautiful yellow topaz color. Topaz is Pukhraj, the yellow gemstone. Typical tiger के जो color होते हैं, yellow color का. So they are bright yellow color. Their life is bright. They are bright. Okay, and they are denizens of a world of green. Denizen is a very important word. Please remember, denizen means क्या है? Free citizen, free resident, free inhabitant. So ये word free यहाँ पे बहुत important है. क्यों? क्योंकि tigers are free. But Aunt Jennifer is not free. She lives in a male-dominated world. Okay, she does not have her own wish and her own freedom, which she wants to have definitely. Next, we get to see the third line. The tigers are not afraid of the men beneath the tree. They are not afraid of the hunters. Who are these men? The hunters who come to the forest to hunt the tigers. Are they afraid of the hunters? No, they are not afraid. But see the irony in Aunt Jennifer's life. She is afraid of the man in her life, that is her husband, and maybe the other men folk in the society that dominate her life. Okay? In the third line, we have seen this. Now let's come to the fourth line. Aunt Jennifer also wants to possess the characteristics of the tiger. That is, the tiger is sleek, elegant, chivalric. Chivalry means what? A person who respects women. So she wants her husband, the men in the society, to respect women. She also wants to be confident. So the first stanza we see is a kind of a dream world of Aunt Jennifer. It is an alternate world of Aunt Jennifer, जो वो बनना चाहती है, but वो नहीं बन पा रही है. So she, expresses her emotions, her pain, her desire, उनकी जो चाहत है, जो इच्छा है मन के अंदर, वो कैसे एक्सप्रेस करती है? Through those embroidered tigers. So the first stanza depicts her emotions, her suppressed desires. Okay, this is done. Now let's move on to the second stanza. The second stanza says that how Aunt Jennifer used to stitch those tigers. Here in the first line, children, we get to see a figure of speech. Very, very important. Please underline. Her fingers are fluttering through the wool. If you see fingers fluttering, F, two F pronunciations are there. So it is alliteration. When two words side by side begin with the same letter and the pronouns the same, which is more important. Beginning with the same letter is not enough. They should pronounce also the same. Okay, so this is an alliteration. Okay, her fingers are fluttering. Very important question. Please remember, Why are her fingers fluttering? Fluttering का क्या मतलब है? Shivering, shaking, trembling. Why? क्यों? Why are her fingers trembling? Because she is afraid. The trauma, the terror of her husband, okay, has robbed her of her confidence. उनमें कोई कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है, कोई स्ट्रेंथ नहीं है. इवन एक हल्का सा जो नीडल है वो भी पुल करने में उनके हाथ कांप रहे हैं. ठीक है, so her fingers are trembling, okay, not because of her age or something, it is more because of the fear that dominates her life. Very, very important this question is. Next we move on to the next question, which is even more important. The wedding band that Aunt Jennifer is wearing is regarded as very, very heavy. Why is it called heavy? Can a wedding ring be very heavy? कितना weight होता है एक wedding ring का? But this is very heavy for Aunt Jennifer. Why? Because it is the symbol of her suffering, of her humiliation, of her torture that she has suffered throughout her life. एक बोझ की तरह है उनके life में. It is a burden for her. Okay, this marriage band, which is generally Aunt Jennifer के लिए नहीं, generally is a symbol of what? Of love, of belief, of faith, but of happiness. But for Aunt Jennifer, it is a symbol of a burden, humiliation, torture, and suffering. Okay, so this is very sad and this is an irony. Irony का क्या मतलब है? होना कुछ और चाहिए, हो कुछ और रहा है. या ये wedding band से related जो है वो irony क्या है यहाँ पे? ये है कि generally wedding bands are a symbol of love, happiness and faith. But for Aunt Jennifer, it is a symbol of suffering and pain and torture. Okay, so we have to remember this. Let's move on to the last stanza of the poem. The last stanza of the poem is a little hypothetical. Hypothetical का क्या मतलब है? Imaginary. The poet is imagining कि when Aunt Jennifer will die. Look at the book, everybody. If you look at the book in the third stanza, you will find these lines that her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. A very beautiful line, very sad line, बहुत ही sorrowful है ये. Poet क्या कहना चाह रही है? कह रही है कि Even when Aunt Jennifer will die, उनका जो suffering था वो इतना intense था, इतना ज़्यादा था कि even after her death, she will be surrounded by the memory, the pain and the suffering of her mortal life. Okay, so the poet is saying that the suffering of Aunt Jennifer was so intense that even after her death, she will be surrounded by the sufferings of her mortal life. Okay, now यहाँ पे दो तीन चीज़ें I will point out. Please remember, if you look at the words terrified hands, this is again a figure of speech. This is transferred epithet. Transferred epithet, why? Because only the hands will be terrified. No, Aunt Jennifer will be terrified. So the word terrified has been, transferred from Aunt Jennifer to her hand. Okay, so ये एक figure of speech है, इसको please याद रखना. Look at the spelling, look at the meaning. This is terrified hands, this is transferred epithet. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट लाइन में अगर हम आते हैं, एक वर्ड है रिंग्ड. रिंग्ड का यहाँ पे ये रिंग जो वेडिंग रिंग उसी के साथ रिलेट करते हुए पोएट ने यहाँ पे जो रिंग यूज किया है, इसका मतलब है सराउंडेड. दैट इवन आफ्टर हर डेथ She will be surrounded with the ordeals. Ordeals का क्या मतलब है? Ordeals का मतलब है hardship. Okay, ordeal means hardship, the pain, the suffering. So even after her death, she will not be free. She will not be liberated from the pain and suffering. उनका जो ट्रॉमा था, जो फियर था, जो सफरिंग था, वो इतना ज़्यादा था कि वो डेथ के बाद भी उनका पीछा नहीं छोड़ेगा. शी विल बी सराउंडेड बाय द पेन एंड द सफरिंग एंड द मेमोरीज ऑफ हर मॉर्टल लाइफ. Okay, now let's come to the last two lines of the poem. The poet says that even when Aunt Jennifer is dead, after Aunt Jennifer's death, what will happen to the tigers? They will prance courageous and unafraid and proud on the panel. Panel का मतलब वही screen, जो piece of cloth जहाँ पे वो stitch कर दी थी. ठीक है? Now how the tigers will remain? Obviously there are two reasons for this. Number one, the tigers are a piece of art, and we all know art is immortal. The creator dies but art remains. है ना? कोई भी आप आर्ट ले लीजिए, पेंटिंग ले लीजिए, बड़े बड़े बिल्डिंग्स ले लीजिए, ताजमहल ले लीजिए, the people who have made them, they are dead, they are no more, but their work of art, it can be literature, it can be poetry, it can be any other thing, that remains. So art is immortal. So though Aunt Jennifer will die, her creations, her embroidered tigers will remain forever. ओके, ये फर्स्ट पॉइंट है. सेकंड, लास्ट टू लाइंस को एक्सप्लेन अगर हमको करना है, और एक इसका सेकंड एक्सप्लेनेशन है. व्हाट इज द अदर थिंग? इन द लास्ट टू लाइंस, द टाइगर्स कैन ऑल्सो सिग्निफाई द मेन folk in our society, the men. The poet wants to say the victims can die like Aunt Jennifer. Okay, but what will happen to the men? The poet says they will remain proud and unafraid. They will remain and they will do whatever they want, but the victims like Aunt Jennifer would suffer and they would die. Okay, so this brings us to the end of the poem. Now I will tell you very quickly, I will tell you the very important questions that can come from this chapter. Number one, very important question, children, that why did Aunt Jennifer stitch tigers? ना क्यों? ये कोई और भी स्टिच कर सकती थी, कोई why not any other animal, why not a horse, why not a cat or any other thing, why not some flowers? But Aunt Jennifer stitched tigers because she admired the qualities of a tiger. She wanted to possess all the qualities of a tiger. She wanted to be brave. She wanted to be courageous. She wanted to be fearless. She wanted to be free. She wanted to be confident. And being a victim of a male-dominated society, she could not possess any of the qualities. Therefore, the tigers represent her inner spirit. बच्चे ऐसे लिखना है ना? ऐसे जब आप लोग लिखेंगे तब आपको full marks मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. I promise you. Write answers like this. Okay, next question क्या है? Next question is, why are the tigers called Aunt Jennifer's tigers? अगर हम poem का title भी देखें, this can also be a question from the title that justify the title. Or why are the tigers called Aunt Jennifer's tigers? First of all, the very obvious reasons that comes to our mind is because she stitched the tigers. Okay, she stitched, she embroidered those tigers. That's why they are called Aunt Jennifer's tigers. Number two, यही जो मैंने अभी डिस्कस किया, because they represented her inner spirit. She wanted to become like a tiger. She wanted to possess all those characteristics of a tiger. So they are called Aunt Jennifer's tigers. Okay, now the next question comes from the next stanza, which I've already told you. Why were her fingers fluttering? You have to say because she was in terror of her husband, the uncle. You have to say that it had, the relationship, the unhappy marriage had made her, afraid. It had robbed her of her courage and of her confidence. Okay? third question, again very important question, is that why that wedding ring seemed so heavy. Obviously, because it was a symbol of a burden for Aunt Jennifer. It was a symbol of her suffering, the pain, the humiliation that she endured throughout her life. ठीक है. The last stanza से क्या question आ सकता है हमारे? ये आ सकता है कि what will happen to Aunt Jennifer when she is dead? Why will still she be ringed with ordeals? We have to say that it was so intense, the suffering was so great कि even after her death, she could not free herself from the memories of the suffering. ठीक है. सो ये कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं. नेक्स्ट और एक वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, वो है कि क्या क्या सिंबल यूज किया गया है इस पोएम में. What are the symbols that have been used in the poem? Number one, Aunt Jennifer herself is a symbol of all those women who are victims of male-dominated society. Number two, tigers. The tigers are the symbol of the subdued spirit of Aunt Jennifer. Her inner spirit of Aunt Jennifer, subdued मतलब suppressed, okay, जिसको हम दबा के रखते हैं, निकालने नहीं देते. So suppressed, subdued spirits of Aunt Jennifer. Okay, and the ring, the marriage ring, is also a symbol of her suffering. Okay, is it clear? I hope all of you have understood the poem. Please like my video, please post your comment, and those of you who have not yet subscribed, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. See you in my next video.